Good morning, welcome, and thanks for joining us for another cup of inspiration this morning. I ran across a scripture the last week that really made me stop and ponder. I was thinking about it for a few days, and I wanted to share this with you and see if it hits you the way it did me. It's found in Romans, the 9th chapter, and I want to read just two verses to you, verse 20 and 21, and it says, But who are you, O man, to talk back to God? Shall what is formed say to him who formed it, Why did you make me like this? Have you ever asked God that? Why did you make me like this? There were so many other things you could have done better. It goes on to say, Does not the potter have the right to make out of the same lump of clay some pottery for noble purposes and some for common use? And I had to stop and think about that for a minute and go, God made each of us perfectly the way He wanted us to be. Some for noble purposes, some for common use. It doesn't really matter which you are or which you think you are, because if you can acknowledge that God made you perfectly, then you can sit back in peace and move forward with this day, knowing that He's given you everything you need to accomplish what He wants you to accomplish today. He's given you the personality you need. He's given you the mind you need. He's given you the attitude you need to fulfill His call for you today. So I challenge you to don't look to other people and say, man, I wish I was as good looking as that guy or that girl. Man, I wish I had the brains of that person. Man, the personality of that guy's unbelievable. He can light up a room. Man, I wish I could do that. He has you placed today in the perfect place He wants you to be. Don't forget that today. I want to close with one other scripture. It's found in the end of Ecclesiastes. In Song of Solomon, Solomon, he wrote this book, and he was like trying to figure out what life was all about. Was it really worth it? And he summed it up here right at the end. Here's the conclusion of the matter, is what he says. Two things: fear God and keep His commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. How simple can that be? Fear God, honor Him, acknowledge Him, and then keep His commandments. Read His Word, do what He tells us to do, and then we've done our duty. He has supplied you with everything you need to do your duty for God today. Don't forget that. Let's rest in that today, find peace and strength in that today as we move forward trying to accomplish all God has for us. So thanks for joining us for that inspiration, and we hope to see you back here real soon. God bless.